Is your hair like majorly damaged from coloring, from maybe not taking good care of it? Maybe you got back from a vacation and it had been damaged by sun and salt water. Whatever the case, today we're going to really focus on how to restore damaged hair. Now, there is one truth about hair damage, is that there is this one point at which cutting it is really the only thing you can do. But if there is hope, if it's not too far gone, I have a group of products here that will really help to nurse your hair back to health. And I'll also at the end give you my hair care routine, the routine that I used to restore my hair. So let's start with a little story time. In December, when I went to have my hair done, my hairdresser kind of decided that, hey, it'd be really fun to kind of put some silver highlights around the bang area. I have silver at the sides. I'm just trying to figure out how we can blend the silver instead of fighting against it. So, hey, like, let's give that a shot. Let's see how that works. And so it looked cute. I was concerned because it was bleaching, and I have had really bad experiences with bleach in the past. And so the next time I went in, I said, could we low light it? So what she ended up doing was low lighting the back and bleaching the front, just as she had the time before. The third time, um, not only did we do a little more bleaching, root to tip, but we also cut the hair into a lob. The entire thing was not my cup of tea at all. And I went home and I just wanted to put a bushel bag over my head. Within days, I could see that my hair was very badly damaged. There's a breakage that goes all the way back up into this section of my scalp. It broke all the way along here, all along the front. This is shorter than the rest of my hair because it had to be trimmed out because it was so badly damaged. Luckily, the majority of my hair was in good shape. So it meant that some parts of it I could just leave alone. I did end up having to have the sides trimmed. That's the reason why they're significantly shorter than the rest of my hair. And then the hair up here, I've just sort of let it begin to grow down. And so it's grown about this far. But at the time that it all happened, it was like right at the scalp. It was really bad. And there came this point where I could not wear my hair. I mean, I just didn't even know what to do with it because this hair was sticking straight up because it was next to the scalp. And then I just had this small amount of longer hair. I contemplated bangs, which I really don't like. So I was in a quandary, not only, how to style my hair, but exactly what to do to try to nurse it back to health. When I washed my hair with the shampoo and conditioner that I had been using, it was just dry. It looked like, I can't even describe it. It was just like straw. So I immediately went to a product line that I know and love. It is a product line that helped me nurse my hair back to health once before, and it's Olaplex. And one of the new elements of Olaplex is Olaplex Zero. And that is combined with Olaplex 3, which is the original product that I used to nurse my hair back to health once before with a hair coloring disaster. You'd think I'd learn. So, what you do with these two is before you wash your hair, you put in the Olaplex Zero. You wet your hair root to tip, you let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you apply the Olaplex 3. So every time I washed my hair from that hair appointment in May to the end of July, every time I did it, I used these two products before I washed my hair. I found that if I did not do that, it was like straw. And then in the shower, I used Olaplex 8 after I washed my hair, and I still use this pretty much every time I wash my hair as well. But I have a couple of other products that I also use that, so I'll tell you the routine when we get to the end. But this not only moisturizes your hair, but it also has the bond repair products inside of it as well. So this combination really helped. And then it became clear that my hair was getting more and more healthy. I still had the one little spot over to the side, which I still haven't really done anything about. And then I had the sides, which still, they still kind of need to be trimmed. And my bangs and the front will need to be trimmed in order for it to all sort of come back together again. But then the final Olaplex product that I used, and I would use this pretty much after blow drying my hair because it would be exceptionally dry after blow drying. I would often put this in before blow drying, sometimes after blow drying. It would depend on how things were going. In the early days of the damage, I would put this in when my hair was wet and then blow dry it. And then the final two products, these are new. They were in my favorites video this month, and they are the Redken Acidic Bonding Concentrate Shampoo and Conditioner. Now, the reason why I use this instead of the Olaplex conditioner and shampoo is because both of these products have citric acid as well as some of the bonding properties that Olaplex has in it as well. And you may recall when you were young using apple cider vinegar to rinse your hair. And part of the reason why that was working is because our hair needs a level of acid in order to be shiny and healthy. And so this sort of works with your hair and scalp to help it be healthy and help it to be in its natural sort of way of being rather than being too alkaline, which a lot of shampoos unfortunately are. I just recently learned about this whole acidic and alkaline and acidic aspect of hair care as a part of the deep dive into how to have really super healthy hair as we age, and also to try to repair the damage that I was dealing with. Now, there is one more product that I'll share with you before we get into the actual routines, and that is K18. And this product is a leave-in conditioner, and it also has a bond repair component to it. And this one you use after washing your hair for 6 weeks, or 6 washings, I should say 6 washings. And then after that, you use it maybe once every couple of weeks. And it helps to restore moisture, it helps with the hair bond, and all of these things combined really brought my hair back to a state that I must say is probably the best condition it's been in my adult portion of my life. I've always colored my hair. There's always been some dryness and this and that and the other thing. But this is sort of the first time that my hair, aside from the parts that probably need to be trimmed, and that's the only thing that can be done for them, that is the whole scoop with the products. Now, as I said, when my hair was at its worst, and during that first probably month and a half, 6 weeks, I would start, before I washed my hair, I would use the 2 Olaplex products. I would do this for 10 minutes and this for 45 minutes. I would put a bandana over my head, and usually Roger and I would head out for a walk. And then when I came back, I would take a shower, and then I would wash my hair with a shampoo and conditioner. And then if that wasn't enough, I would also do the hair mask. Now, when I dried my hair, I would go ahead and put in the hair oil, the Olaplex hair oil, while my hair was wet, along with the heat protectant. And that seemed to work pretty well. And over time, it helped to restore the moisture to my hair. The other thing in the evening before I would go to bed is I would brush my hair and look at it. And if it looked like it was dehydrated and dull or kind of fuzzy in the back, I would go ahead and use another little round of the hair oil on the lower part of my hair especially. I made a point of washing my hair far less. So instead of washing my hair like every other day, I would go every third day, and if I could, I'd stretch it out to every fourth day. I avoided using any heat tools in my hair, and the only tool that I used was my Dyson blow dryer, and I used it on low heat the entire time. I would also let my hair dry quite a bit before I began styling. So in another video, I'll have a full set of like the free tips and tricks that I use to nurse my hair back to health. Those, those little extra things that, we don't always think about that really help to keep our hair healthy. But for this video, we're just going to focus on the routine and products that I used. Once I found the Redken product, then it's just been a game changer. Now, I purchased the K18 at the end of July, so I've had this for a little over a month. And I immediately began using it according to the package instructions. So I washed my hair, and then you don't use conditioner, and then you go ahead and use this as a leave-in conditioner. And I did that every time I washed for 6 washings straight. Now I use it probably every week or every other week. It is really intensive. I noticed a beautiful change in my hair. This really elevated everything else. And it is expensive, just FYI. Now, I did the full treatments the way that they have, the way that they told you to do it, following the packaged instructions. And I must say that I still have quite a bit left. I don't wash my hair like I wash my hair like 2 to maybe 3 times a week. And now that I'm on a less frequent use of this, this will probably last, I would say, a minimum of 3 more months. So I would have it for 4, 5 months. So if your hair isn't super long or super thick, this can last. It is $75, just so that you don't have a heart attack when you go looking. But I must say that this kind of was the frosting on the cake when it came to, kind of finishing off the hair repair story. And so I'm at the point now where I feel like my hair is now growing in. And soon it will be just a matter of letting everything, the lengths get caught up again, and then really trying to figure out like what we're going to do as far as color is concerned. That's a whole nother moment. But this is a story and this is where we're at. I hope that this helps. I know that this was a lot of products. There is another video coming of all the things that are non-product oriented that you can do in order to help repair your hair and keep it at its healthiest. See you next time. I hope that you'll stop by sharingajourney.com for more beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. And I hope that if you enjoyed this, this video and you got a lot out of it, that you will consider subscribing. See you next time.